I guess maybe Buffalo Gap.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, that was were you a kid? Were you grown up? You were a kid, still a kid?
Little bitty kids.
Okay.
And that's about all I remember, just going down there and sleeping in those. They had those little old houses.
Yeah.
That you slept in.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what. But they used to be a bunch of people.
Left.
I bet 30, 40, 50, 60 people.
Really?
A long time ago, with older people, they all used to come, from Waco and everywhere. What did I tell you about Percy and Purdy? You remember them?
I know.
Twins?
Yeah, I know about them.
Daddy's sister's boys.
Yeah.
They living down there at Valley Mills. And, but anyway, Daddy got his hair cut up at Hamlet. This barber moved, went to Waco. One of them came in down there. They looked just like Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
And he got a haircut. Next day or two, the other one came in there and said, "Didn't I cut your hair yesterday or the day before?" And he said, "No, you cut my hair." And anyway, that barber got up and moved.
Thought he was imagining things, huh?
he thought, man, I'm losing it. The other probably knew what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He just let out alone. He didn't know anything.
That's funny. That's funny. Back then, it was all of Grandpappy's brothers and sisters and all their kids, right?
Yeah.
That's who came.
See, it was a big family of them.
Yeah.
And some of them lived at Waco, some of them Lubbock.
Yeah. What did the kids do? Y'all just run around and go out in the trails and hunt, or what'd y'all do?
We just got in the way down there.
Got in the water in the creeks?
Yeah, they had that swimming pool.
Yeah, that swimming pool with that ice cold water.
Yeah.
We've all gotten pretty spoiled to our.
Huh?
We all gotten pretty spoiled to our air conditioning and restaurant food and.
We didn't know what air conditioning. And I told you about Bowles fried and I told you.
What about Bowles?
They live down there at Tuscola.
Yeah.
He's an undertaker.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went down there and Ola was expecting.
Okay.
And he said, "Ola, you don't need to sleep out here. Just come go down to the house." I said, "I've got about 6 or 8 beds, never been slept in." She said, "No, sir, I'm not going down there." The next year, she was pregnant.
Yeah.
He said, "Ola, haven't you had that baby yet?" He's full of bull.
Was he talking about the funeral home?
Huh?
Was he
the
talking
funeral home? Yeah.
6 or 8 beds never been slept in. You mean those things with the lid on?
Don't
The ones with the
what
lid?
he's talking about.
I don't blame her for not going.
I don't either.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You to tell me the story of burning the school down one more time.
Well, we was just little old kids. And Fred Vaughn came to school. He had this gold coin, about the size of a dime. You rub that thing real good, and you make a wish, and it'll come true. We rubbed that coin pretty good, and
You and who else?
Fred Vaughn.
Yeah, just you and Fred?
Huh?
You and Fred, or you and Ken, or who?
No, just Fred and I.
Okay.
And anyway, we rubbed it real good, and we wished. We said, "We'll just wish the schoolhouse burned. We wouldn't have to go to school." And we went home, and it burnt that night. And my dad said, "Do you want to go to the schoolhouse with me? It's burning down." And I said, "No, sir, I'm going to stay at home." But we had to go to school in the old church up there.
Yeah.
We didn't get out of school.
You didn't get out of school. So, what did Fred say about that?
Huh?
What did Fred say?
He's just like, we're afraid to even talk to each other. We're afraid they'd find out that we done it.
And then that newspaper
You know,
reporter.
how kids will believe things like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
And then up there at Hamlin, we had the little reunion for West Chapel School. And Marge got me to get up and tell that story about it, and I did. And this guy from Abilene Reporter News was there. I didn't know he was there. And I told it, and then the paper came out. The secret is out who burnt the West Chapel Schoolhouse.
And
You had to read to the bottom of it till you found out that we did. We didn't do it. But Ola's sister, she never did believe that I didn't.
that you didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
That's funny.
Burning these cotton seed sacks on a steel bed trailer, and it was flat. Well, I had the sacks down here on the ground, and I set for a fire.
Yeah.
And they got over next to the tar, and I was afraid of fixing burning. I laid my hand on that trailer to brace myself to kick those sacks. And man, it blistered that hand. It's nearly solid in there.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I wrapped it up with my handkerchief and I put it on the cloud for the night. I only said, you need to go to the doctor with that. And I went out to the hospital. And they said, the doctor will be here in a little bit.
Yeah.
To come see me. A little while, a lady came in there. She had on this green suit. She gets around about like I do. And I thought, my goodness, she said, I'm Dr. So-and-so. I thought, well, you don't know anything. She said, well, I'm going to look at that hand. Said, I'm going to get a needle and I'm going to bleed this stuff.
Yeah.
And she did. But when she taken that needle, she was shaking and I was shaking. I was trying to get in tune with her when she stabbed me, you know. And she actually scared me to death.
I bet so.
But then she gave me a prescription.
Yeah.
The salve to put in that hand, and you know it never did hurt or burn.
That's a good part, yeah.
She's a better doctor than I thought she was.
Okay.
But somebody like that, you know, she lived too old to be a doctor.
Yeah. She probably knew a thing or two.
She used to fill in at night, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Good deal. Awesome. Well, thanks for telling those stories.